Okay, well, there's 17 of us here. So we will go ahead and get started. I created another work in progress slide presentation I thought that we would go over. Also, if you notice that you have a 0 in Canvas, I highly suggest going in and checking comments to find out why. Yesterday we did go over file extensions, and some of you have not used those. You've not saved it or downloaded it as the right file extension. So you need to do that. Once it's done and you've uploaded it, your grade will change. I will change it when I go into regrade. So make sure that you, before emailing me asking me, well, why do I have a 0? Go in and look, because that's going to give you the answer quicker than waiting for me to respond. Okay, so we're going to take a look at this tab. Works in Progress Part 2. Okay, so this is some samples that I've gone through. And this right here, these are two, obviously, animals. We got the deer, and then we have the dog. Now, as you notice over here in the deer, whoever has really smaller little sections. But the main thing I wanted you to see is how the color is changing. It's not all one solid color. Okay, so the dog, right now, if you notice on the chest area, the actual color of the dog is much lighter than what the shape is. So that's something that needs to be corrected. If that means that you're making smaller sections, then that means you make smaller sections. But we want to make sure that it's just not a solid color. All right, that's very, very important. This one is the beginning of, I want to say it's a Shar-Pei dog because of the wrinkles. I don't know. But you can see, like this right here, the nose, that's where the nose is at. And then this person has gone ahead and taken where the wrinkles are, the darker part of the animal. So this has a really good start to it. Here's another one. This one has a few issues. I cannot compare the two because it looks like two different things. We have the line at the top, and the bottom one here, there's a lot of overlapping of the shapes, which should not happen. Okay, you should not have to overlap the shapes. All you're doing is, if you notice on the deer that we looked at, that the shapes were not overlapping, but they were very, very close together. Now, if you start a piece that is too difficult, make a change. Decide on something else. Okay, because I mean, if you look at the two, I really cannot make out what is where. I'm just kind of guessing. Okay, so if it's too difficult, that's fine. At least you tried, but you need to go ahead and maybe find another picture. This is a pretty famous piece, but someone chose this. So I'm going to show you what they've done. That's pretty amazing. That is amazing. All these little bit. Now this took some time to get it done. So, but I wanted you all to see this, and it's not all white. If you look up here at the very top wave, it's gray. So once again, this has taken a lot of time, and it's very impressive. The next one, I knew what the picture that's on the right, I knew what that was even before I went back and looked at the original. This was a stamen of a flower. So this is what they have done so far, and this is pretty neat. Okay, here's one with, I want to say that's a pomegranate. But once again, you know, they've taken the original. You can see the highlights on top of the fruit, and they put those highlights in over here on the right. So you're able to see the difference in the values. Plus, they have the difference in the values with the leaves. So they were observing these really well. Next one is the cat. Lots of detail in the face because one, if you have detail in the face, it's gonna be a better quality artwork. So this person who decided for the cat, they may start making the shapes and everything a little bigger on the larger sections of the cat, especially in the white area. The deer, this is wonderful. I love the fact that you can see the detail, like just in this ear over here, you can see where it looks like there could be like fur or fuzz. And then because antlers are normally pretty rough, but you can see where this artist actually made the deers look like texture. Okay, by using lines and yeah, this is really, really nice. I can't wait to see the rest of it. And that was the end of that. I just felt that it was important that we go back and actually take a look at what people have done so far. Some people, like those that just came in, I mentioned that if you have a 0 in Canvas or PowerScript or whatever, you need to go back into Canvas and take a look to see what comment I've made. That way you don't have to wait for me to answer an email. It's a lot easier if you just do that. Also, because we went over the file extensions yesterday, double check that, because that's a problem with what some of you have right now, is that it's the wrong file extension or there's no file extension, which makes it difficult for me to even open it. So, trying to think if, I believe that was it, because I know some of you guys need the time to finish up. A few of you are finished, which is awesome, but the amount of people that aren't finished is much larger. I think there's only 3 or 4 people that are finished. So make sure, if you have not uploaded your work in progress, that you do that. Maybe you've just not had time or your internet's crazy. You want to make sure you do that, and then I will go back in, take a look at it. I will make comments at the bottom, and then if I'm not, you can email me if I didn't get in contact with you soon enough. But we're hopefully on our last week of remote learning. I know I'm getting really tired of it along with you guys. So when we come back on Tuesday, first thing we're going to do is get the supplies, go through that, make sure everybody has a locker to be able to store their stuff in, your sketchbook, and we are probably going to start with our first actual material supplies project, which I'm very excited about. So before I let you go, do you guys have any questions about what you need to do? We're good? Kiana, I have a question. Make sure that you go into your Canvas with your work in progress, because I love your picture that you're going to be doing, but I can't see where you started the mosaic. So I'm not sure if you are working with such small shapes that I can't see it yet. So if you could double check that for me, that would be wonderful. Okay, all right. Other than that, just make sure that you're keeping up. We want to try to get it done on Friday. If you need Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, then you need Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I was just kind of wanting to get them in on Friday so that you would have a 3-day weekend to do what you want to do. So if we need to have those 3 extra days, then we have to have those 3 extra days. So if you guys don't have any questions, I'm finished talking. But I have, this is recording all the recordings that I did yesterday. I don't know what happened to them. They didn't work. So if you don't have questions, you are excused. If you do have questions, just hang back.
So for my cat, you said I can do bigger on the white parts of the leg.
Probably not like one whole piece, but you could start doing larger sections. Because it's nice that you have the small sections that are on the face, because if you would do large sections on the face, you wouldn't really see it as well as you can now. You can obviously, if I didn't have the picture, I would be able to tell what it is. So like on the body, especially that front left leg, if you want to go bigger, that would be fine. You would just want to vary up your shapes.
All right. Having a good week.
You too.
I think I submitted a blank paper, which I don't know how that happened.
Okay.
How do I go to my project and return it in?
Go back into Canvas and just resubmit. And that's it. Anytime that you may have accidentally submitted something incorrectly, all you have to do is just go back into the same area and you can resubmit as many times as you want.
Wait, is it going to be in my Google Docs?
It's wherever you saved it.
I don't remember saving it.
Okay. Well, it should automatically save, because if you're using Google Docs or any of those Google Draw or whatever, it's an automatic save. But do you remember what you named it? You're on mute.
Oh, yeah, I do remember it.
Okay. Look at it. Yeah, so just go ahead and find it. And it might be even easier in Google Docs if you make a folder specifically for this class, so you don't have to hunt through all your files to find something. Jason, did you have a question? Alicia?
Yeah, I have one.
Uh-huh.
So when I was doing my project with the dog, I deleted the picture of it, and when I like inserted it back into my drawing with like all the pieces and like tried to put it over, it would just cover up all those like already made pieces. Do you know how to like make those, either make the image like transparent, or do you know what I'm talking about? Like,
yeah, so you're saying that you have your original picture,
like it was deleted, like when I was making the pieces for it.
Okay.
And if I tried to insert it back, it would just cover up all those pieces instead of the pieces going like on top of it.
Oh. Well, if you that's a good question, Jason. Let me just hold on a minute. I'm going to go back and take a look at your, and you submitted the actual picture last week.
Yeah.
Is that right? Okay. Let me take a look. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Is there a way that you can go back into your canvas and get the picture again where you uploaded it?
The
Do you have
original one?
do you still have the original picture?
Yeah.
Okay. So what you're saying is that when you put that picture back, the shapes are not.
It covers all the work out instead of like the work going on top of that picture.
Oh
Yeah, so do I have to restart?
no. It's probably going to be easier if you restart because by the time I figure it out, I mean, it could be tomorrow before I figure it out.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can just do that now.
Okay. All right. Sorry
All right.
about that.
No, that's all right. Have a good day.
You too. Yes, Summer.
I looked mine up on the submission and it will show because I remember what I labeled it and it will show it like there, but when I go to my Google Drive and my Google Docs, I'll look it up and it won't be there.
Okay, let me see Summer. Okay, you turned in the strawberry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So have you even started the mosaic process?
Yeah, that's what I thought I turned in.
Okay. Let me go back and look. Work in progress. All I'm doing is going into Canvas to see what you have submitted because there's like over 50 of you guys. So okay. You submitted it, but it had that there's no file extension. Let me see if I can find a program to open it with real quick.
Is there a way that it might have saved on my Google Drive?
If it did, it saved as your full name with the number 1 ST underscore.
Okay.
And I'm
check that.
okay. I'm gonna. Yeah, I would like to open it. Is it gonna let me? No. Yeah, it's not letting me open this. So see if you can find. Did you find that file name?
Do you want me to just resubmit it on Canvas?
Yeah, and you'll have to. Yeah, because it's not. Oh, here it is. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share this with you so that you actually have the file. Hold on. Okay. Okay, this is a PDF.
Yeah, I still need to add things.
Okay, so we need to. Okay, did you save it? Do you remember what file extension you saved it under?
I had 3 because mine kept on logging out because I had bad Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay.
It should be Summer should be tech _1 underscore.
Yeah, that's what I have, but it's wanting to open it up as a PDF. And the only thing wrong with PDFs is that you cannot edit it. So right. I'm trying to figure out how.
I had another one.
So I'm trying to see how I can change that.